Hello guys, it's Aidan, and finally, this is my review for Age of Ultron. I know it's been a long time since I promised you guys I was going to be making this review. It's been 3 or 4 weeks since, actually, yeah. I'm sorry about that. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to produce and slew out for you guys, but now here it is. And before we get into this, I just hope you guys like the thumbnail, because I worked really hard on that, and I'm really proud of it. So, just first in the comment section below, if you like that thumbnail, just please tell me in the comment section below, because if you like it, I'll do more thumbnails like that. So, Avengers: Age of Ultron is directed and written by Joss Whedon. It stars Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Bettany, and James Spader. Wow, that's a mouthful. So, this movie is really, really entertaining. The action is eye-popping, the dialogue is very well written by Joss Whedon again, which I was expecting because that's exactly how it was for the first movie. And Ultron is a great villain. And I've heard a lot of people's complaints about Ultron, saying he's not comic accurate. Ultron in the comics is so menacing. This is Joss Whedon's interpretation. No one has taken that into account. They're just saying it's inaccurate and it's bad because of that. But he's actually a good villain for the purpose that Joss Whedon wanted him to play. Joss Whedon wanted him to be a humorous villain, just like Loki. Joss Whedon wanted his Avengers movies to have humorous villains. This is Joss Whedon's Ultron. This is not Marvel's Ultron. This is Joss Whedon's Ultron. I'm sure if they bring Ultron back later and Joss Whedon isn't a part of the project, he's going to be more menacing. But this is just how Joss Whedon wanted him to be. I just really wanted to defend Joss Whedon on this one, because I feel like he was wrongly accused of this one. Now, Scarlet Witch, Vision, and Quicksilver were really cool additions. Quicksilver, his special effects were really cool when he was running. Scarlet Witch's, powers were really, really cool. And Vision's, forehead thing was really, really neat, too. I feel like all of these powers were very eye-popping and very pleasing for kids in the audience. Because I went to see it 2 times, and both of those times, there were kids in the audience that were like, "Whoa! Oh, that's cool! Oh my god!" Whenever they were, seeing those people with their powers. And that's, I think, the purpose that those powers had, and to make them child-pleasing. Vision was one of the best parts in the movie. He is so well portrayed from the comics. This I was expecting from Joss Whedon, but he delivered far more than I thought he would on Vision. And in such little screen time that Vision has. I think he's on screen for 20 minutes, but he still is such a good character, and he's so entertaining to watch. Now, before we keep on going through this video, I want to warn you guys of spoilers, because it's been over a month since Age of Ultron came out, so I'm sure that the people that are going to see the movie have seen it already in theaters, or I'll put a warning in the title for the video or in the description that this is going to be spoilers, but just in case, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie yet, go see it, then come back and watch this other part of the video. The ending was really good. I thought it was such a unique way to do it. Having this landmass floating up in the air, and all the Avengers having to fight off Ultron's drones on there, and even Ultron himself, and that it was going to drop within a matter of minutes, and just pull the Earth. That was very interesting and a very cool plot device. Yeah, I consider that sort of like the Death Star role for this movie. Not entirely, I'm not really correct on that one, but just sort of a device that's used by the villain to be a weapon that serves their purpose. The last piece of dialogue of Chris Evans about to say, "Avengers assemble," but then he was cut off in between, that was, I think, very clever. A lot of people are hating on that. I was a tiny bit mad about it, but they're going to say Avengers assemble at one point in Infinity Wars Parts 1 and 2. So, that was just Joss Whedon just tickling us a little bit, just like, or like baiting us, like, oh, you're gonna get it, oh, you're gonna get it, nope. End of the movie. You're not gonna get it. Hawkeye. Wow. What a good character, and what good writing by Joss Whedon, my god. In just a matter of 10 minutes, you grow more attached to Hawkeye in this movie than the entirety of the first movie. Joss Whedon did that so well. And he shortened the backstory for Hawkeye so much, or like the information about Hawkeye so much, that it was just within 10 minutes that you really grew to care for him. And I think that was really good writing. Joss Whedon didn't really give him much character development in the first movie, but he gave Hawkeye all of this character development in the second movie within a matter of 10 minutes, which is, I think, a very, very good writing technique. They nailed his character. That was really well done, just about Hawkeye. Same thing with Ultron. He was comic accurate, besides the little bit of, like, non-menacingness. But he was pretty accurate to the comics, and his looks were pretty accurate to the comics, as accurate as they could, while adapting it into motion picture form. Overall, let's talk about some of these spoilers first. Second spoiler warning. The character death of Quicksilver was sad. It was sad. Although the movie was building it up to make us think that it was Hawkeye that was going to be killed off. But I'm glad that they didn't, because now that they have a fully established Hawkeye, there's so many places they could go with that. But the thing with Quicksilver being killed off that interests me is that Aaron Taylor Johnson had signed a multi-picture deal with Marvel, which means this is not going to be his last movie, as long as he's obligated to be in more movies. So that means within Infinity War, he could be brought back to life, which would be an interesting plot point now that Wanda is, like, depressed and is, like, really upset that he died. And it's just affected her so much emotionally. If he came back in Infinity War, I'm sure it would have a great deal of effect on Wanda again. Overall, this film was funny, action-packed, crowd-pleasing, and comic accurate. I give this movie... A lot of people didn't give this movie this grade, but I am, because I loved it, an A+. Yeah, that's right. I just gave Avengers Age of Ultron an A+ review. An A+ grade. I did. That's what I just did. Okay, guys, so that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, and let me know what Marvel videos you would want me to do. So until then, guys, adios amigos.